can't believe he's gone. It's like it's like he never left. I mean, he was with us, and then it's so fast. I mean, what do you do when time goes and people go and you're still here? And how do you cope with that? The last time I was hurt this bad, I was 8. It was in the oven. Todd, please come back.
This is my impersonation of Todd. Look at me. I'm Todd.
Todd? You want to talk about Todd? I hated that kid. He's dead.
In case if you never got to meet Todd and you don't know who he is, I feel like I should really share some of the blessings that he's blessed us with. He was a remarkable person. He was our suite mate for a semester and a half, and we had some amazing times together. He was always nice. He would clean up and stuff. He was mostly clean, but I mean, he's just a good roommate and sweet mate and everything, and you had to understand his background to really understand who Todd was. He had 3 parents, and they were all very nice. I've only met 2 of them. The other one, I'm not sure if it really is a parent or they just, I don't know that story. And his sister's really pretty and neat, just like Todd. But one of the most amazing things about Todd is he had to overcome his disability of only having 2 arms. It's really hard for people to get through this world different and overcome that. He had to face every day, and he'd have to, like, write with one arm, and he'd have another arm, and he could hold a notebook with that one. But what else could he do? I mean, we could like drink coffee at the same time, but having only 2 arms was really hard for him. I think that really had a lot to do with his character. It made him a better person, overcoming that difficulty.
Todd and I have lots of fun together. We go way back. And before he died, me and him went on vacation up to Branton, Missouri. And we went to the fair, and we make hand candles together. And this is all I have left of Todd, because he gave it to me right before he died. And every night I light a finger. And on the last night, I light the last finger. And then we sing songs together. I really miss Todd. I wish he would come back, Todd.
I remember the day he died. It was the worst thing that I've ever seen. It was over Christmas break. He took a plane to Denver, and he went to this slopes we'd always go down as a child, and we would race each other, and he would always win because he was an athlete. He had a better tan, and so he was skiing down the slope. And he was ahead of me. And then after Christmas break, we came back, and he got eaten by an alligator. It was and that was horrible. It was, and he was screaming. I don't know what to do. I liked him so much. He was like my husband.
Oh, Todd. Todd. I remember Todd. Our younger days back home in Wisconsin. It's crazy days. That Todd. Todd loved that cheese. He ate it every night after dinner. Some kids had cookies, but not Todd. He had cats. Lots of cats. He didn't eat them though, like he ate that cheese. Oh, Todd.
Alright, yeah, Todd, man, he was awesome, but he had a weird thing with stealing people's car keys. He had this big collection of car keys, and I don't know why, but he was Todd. He was just awesome, you know? So.
I remember Todd. These cold carrots probably feel like his dead fingers.
Todd, I know you can hear us. Please answer. I hate that alligator. I don't know why you did it, but he did. I know you can hear me, so hear us.
I thought it was funny. I said, see you later, alligator.
That wasn't funny at all. Todd, just understand, we'll always be here for you, even though you're not here with us.
And then he said after a while, crocodile.
That's okay. That's okay.
Oh, Todd? I remember Todd. We were in the choir together, the church choir. We had a great time. I sang bass, he sang second tenor. We had a good time, but it was a little weird. Sometimes I'd look over and he'd sing. And I'd look back and look again and he wouldn't sing. And then I'd turn, he would sing. I'd turn back and he wouldn't sing. It's almost like he didn't want me to see him singing. I never really understood that part of him. But Todd was great. Even though I think he stole my car keys.
Yeah, I knew Todd. I talked to him a lot online. He used to send me weird, winky smiley faces. It kind of creeped me out. And he also took my keys.
Yeah, me and Todd used to be roommates. We had this one cool secret handshake where you start off and you dive in, it's traditional, and you go like this, and you go like this, and then switch up the hands, and then you grab your feet, you bounce around, and then you do a kick in the air, and then you go matrix, and then high kick again, and then slap, 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 and then you bump chest like that. Dude, you have no idea. It takes so much charisma and energy to do this. And we did it every single time we saw each other. So like I would leave and go outside and we'd come back in. We have to do it all over again. And like, oh, I forgot my pencil. And then we have to come back and do it again. And one time he turned around and turned back around. I was like, let's do it again. And so we did. And then we just, yeah! I remember Todd.
Yeah. I remember
Todd.
Todd.
I remember when Todd and I used to hang out, but we didn't really hang out. I knew his name, he knew mine, but we didn't hang out really. He was with his friends and I was with mine. And I mean, to begin with, he was kind of mean to me. He thought I had done something wrong. I don't know if it was him. I don't know if it was to his mom. I don't know if it was to his dad or his other dad, if he had one. But and then one time he saw me eating a Snickers bar. I really like Snickers. Snickers are good. And he thought, and I dropped it on the ground, and then the dog came up and licked it. And Todd said, "No, dog, no." And he ran after the dog down the field, down fast, to Todd fast. And he got Snickers from the dog, half eaten, but it was still my Snickers. And it was not any different than it normally is, except half a Snickers. And so he wiped it off on his shirt and gave it to me. And from since then, Todd and I were like two jelly beans in a pod. Only jelly beans go better in pods than green beans. And so from this day forth, every time I eat a Snickers, I think of Todd and my friendship.
Yeah, I remember Todd. He stole my girlfriend. Hey, what's going on? T-O-D-D Todd. T-O-D-D Todd. You are my best friend. And then you died by the waterside. Todd, by an alligator. It be you, it be you, it be you.
I never really knew Todd that well. I remember I had one class with him that was biology. And I remember this one time we were both walking to biology. We got into the discussion of the Cold War or something, and he looked into my eyes and he said, "Will, do you like lizards?" And I said, "Yeah, Todd." And he said, "Would you ever want to marry one?" And we didn't talk to each other from that point.
I don't know why you had to go, but you did, you went away.
Actually, before we had that conversation, he used to play me a song. It was a little Irish song. He would get his little guitar and he'd scoot up next to my bed. It was when I was sleeping, and he'd be like, "Will, your eyes are green." And my eyes aren't green, but he said they were, and I liked it.
I think he stole my car keys.
I remember when Todd died, my roommate, I got all A's. And look at this.
I haven't seen Todd in about 5 or 6 years now. Last time I saw him, he had a really big lump growing on the side of his cheek right there. I'm not sure if he got that taken care of, but Lord willing, he didn't die deformed and ugly like he lived.
Todd? I don't remember Todd.
I remember Todd. He was obsessed with me, but I was pretty mean to him. Now I feel kind of bad that he's gone, but at least he isn't bothering me anymore because it was really, really annoying.
I remember Todd. I really felt a connection with him. I don't get that with many people.
Todd, he was a hard-working person. He had a job as a traveling salesman when he was 16, but that actually wasn't legal. But he kept doing it, thus making him a felon because he made over $5,000 in sales from state to state, and that is a felony, which most people don't know. So he spent a lot of his younger years through like 17 to 18 running from the police, and he actually ended up in Pennsylvania working community service in Amish country, where that's where he learned to quilt.
Yeah. I remember this time me and Todd went squirrel hunting. It was in North Alabama where I live. And well, we didn't have a gun, so needless to say, we wrestled the squirrels down with our bare hands. Climbed in the trees and threw them down, beat them with sticks.
Yeah, that wasn't Todd.
It was Todd. Dude, I went squirrel hunting with Todd.
That was Michael.
I don't even know Michael.
Todd never went squirrel hunting, man.
Todd went squirrel hunting with me in North Alabama.
He's never shot a gun. Was it slingshots or something?
Well, we didn't have a gun, no.
What'd you use?
It was Todd.
It wasn't Todd.
It's pointless what he used.
I asked him if he ever went squirrel hunting. He said no.
That was so Todd, man.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because we went...
I'm not going to argue with you.
He took my car keys.
He took mine too.
I remember times when we'd go make meat helmets, and that was beautiful. I miss those times. Whew. Poor Todd. You think alligators would realize that the man, kicking and screaming does not mean, hey, look at me, I am food, come eat me. That is not what that means.
I remember Todd. He was a really funny guy, but nothing tops getting eaten by an alligator.
I remember Todd's mom.
Martha?
I really appreciate the opportunity to say a word about Todd. I was just deeply saddened by this news that he passed away and that he's fallen asleep in the Lord. Of course, that's very similar to what he did in class. Almost every day he fell asleep in class. So I think he was well prepared for his current situation. But we'll all look forward to meeting him one day and maybe we can have some more classes that he sleeps through.
All right. Well, see, I didn't know Todd as well as all the other guys did, but the one time that I did talk to him, he was a good guy. Me and Todd, we kind of bonded the first time we talked, and I really wish I would have known him as much as the other guys did before he got eaten. But you know, he was a good guy. Todd. What was the last name? He's Todd. Good guy. Yeah.
Well, as I sit here ironing Todd's notebook, looking over his tennis racket collection, his 3 months stale old beef jerky, it reminds me so much of Todd, his face, his body, his shoe collection. And it reminds me of the last words that Todd ever said to me, and it hits me right there, right in that little special spot. His last words were, "Everybody Wang Chung tonight."
As one of his suite mates, I feel that I have the responsibility to continue his legacy, to share with people, because when someone passes on, there's a hole that needs to be filled. I feel like I'm a gardener, shoveling in the dirt for new memories, and because we can't live with the abyss of lack of Todd, because no one should live without Todd. And that's why it's so hard to go on living the way that we all live here without Todd. It's very difficult. I love you, Todd.
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 Todd. Todd.
This is my song for Todd. Todd, T-O-D-D, Todd. We lived together in this house. We went to college together, and we had friends together. But then you took a trip, and you flew away with your angel wings, Todd, T-O-D-D. Todd, there's so many things that I could say to you, but now it's too late because you're gone. But I just want you to know that I think of you every day. 'Cause Todd, there will be no one like you. You're my best friend, it's true, it's true. Todd, Todd, oh yeah, angel wings fly, oh yeah, the angel wings fly away, away.
Never heard of him.